way to Bristol. Fair to say this is probably the first time I've been to Bristol.
Well, thanks for coming this way.
I don't know whether that's a good thing, bad thing. Have I missed out on the...
Yeah, Bristol's been voted top city in the country to live.
Yeah?
3-4 years running now. That's a wonderful city.
I can hear a twang in your voice that's similar to Sonny Webster's as well. Is that the
Yeah, it's like he lives just around the corner. So,
there you go. Same school maybe?
No.
Is there only 2 schools in Bristol? 3?
No, there's far too many actually.
Far too many. I have a friend in Calne. Is it Calne? It's a little town outside of Bristol. Calne. Does that ring a bell?
Must be too little for me to know that.
Yeah, it's very small. We're talking like a village.
Oh right, okay.
Village, yeah. But in my head, he's from Bristol.
He's from Bristol, yeah.
But other than that, I think he said once you should come down and visit. I was like, yeah.
You tell anyone Carl, they'll be like, oh? You say Bristol, it's like.
Exactly. But I saw you must have a bit of a beach near here, or a pebble beach or something.
There's beaches of varying descriptions. It's nothing like what we're hopefully going to be going on in a few months' time. But yeah, there's a mud beach, there's a sandy beach, there's
mud beach,
pebble beach.
Yeah,
mud beach is Western-super-Mare.
Yeah, exactly. Western-super-Mare. That's what everyone knows it for.
Yeah.
50 years ago, that was the dream location.
Yeah.
Now it's Cyprus.
Dream for some.
So, what do you do in your spare time?
Spare time? Very limited time. 2 kids, 2 jobs, online clients, face-to-face coaching clients.
That doesn't sound like spare time, James.
Spare time, put my feet up, just enjoying the time with the kids actually. Time disappears very, very quickly with them.
So you're a bit of what do you call it, like a very holistic, kind of live life to the fullest kind of guy.
Try to be. Yeah, holistic.
I mean, to be like 0.1% in the UK for the Open this year.
Yeah.
0.2 in Europe, is it? Or the world is
0.2 in the world.
In the world, that's pretty nuts. And you've got 2 kids, and you're the co-owner of the box.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite impressive.
Co-runner. It's busy. I mean, calibre of people this year in the Open, as with every year, it just keeps increasing. So it's a good standard of people.
Where did you come last year?
Unfortunately, I was struck down by illness last year.
Oh yes.
Just before the first World Cup got announced, I tried to do it. It was about 2 rounds short of where I wanted to be.
Do you think if you were healthy, if you were in the same fitness you're in this year and did it last year, you would have got into the regionals?
Quite possibly. I mean, it's something that my coach and I discussed for quite some time. It had been a year and a half solid training up to it. It was what was expected, and then I went on a skiing holiday and got ill. So yeah.
See, my coach banned me from ski holidays.
So I was banned this year from holidays before. I went on holiday, went to Dubai, got some sunshine, stayed healthy, stayed fit, didn't pick up any bugs, and then came back fighting fit, and it was a good season. Yeah,
I mean, I think you did really well, and frankly, like the work you put in with regards to your own training, to see it and then go, all the teaching you do is, we feel honoured to have you as part of our team.
Oh, thanks, guys. I'm excited to join you guys.
And we've always been looking for that, the guy who's got his head screwed on in terms of training and coaching. I think it's really inspiring for all our guys to see what you do, and then obviously want to learn from you as well. So I mean, what you're bringing to the table is really exciting for us.
Oh, good.
And you might even catch me doing some CrossFit.
You will be taking part in every session, trust me. I won't be. I'm observing to make sure you guys make sure your form's right and everything. I'll be observing and coaching you guys.
What if I can't breathe? I hit that wall within 10 seconds and then...
You won't hit that wall because we'd have talked about it beforehand, not going out at 100 miles an hour.
All right.
There's a lot of things we cover. We cover pacing.
I'd be quite interested to see if the one time I did Grace, to do that again.
Yeah?
What I could do.
Remember what your time was?
I don't really want to talk about it. I think once I hit 8 reps, I thought, what's going on? What is this feeling?
Yeah.
I've never felt this before.
Well, weightlifters, anything over 5 reps is cardio.
Yeah, it suddenly turned into a different experience. But the best one was, I think we did... What's a good time in Grace?
We've got best in the world at the minute.
I think we did...
Or just under.
Towards the later part of 3 minutes.
Okay, that's quite respectable. Yeah.
But what happened was...
For someone who doesn't know...
Yeah, I didn't know. I kept dropping the bar, it rolled away.
Yeah.
I didn't know the best thing, keep your hands on it, keeps it in place, then it doesn't bite you in the bum in terms of reset.
Yes.
I also had a period halfway through where I was sulking about it, and I thought, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because my heart's about to explode. And then I thought, no, you crack on.
Yeah.
Because it's only 10 more reps.
There's a little pill, man cup pill.
Yeah.
You've got to take.
Exactly.
And pop that.
So I basically could have shaved off probably 30 seconds if I wasn't screwing around.
I'll tweak what I've got planned for the holiday, and maybe I might even jump in and
see
do it with
what
you.
You do, yeah.
I'll be a pace setter.
But the best one was me and Ross, our other man, Beaches Barbells man. He, I think he actually beat me by like a few seconds. But Lewis Redette, he's English champion, competed for GB at World Universities and stuff. Could clean and jerk at that time 160.
Right.
He finished like 5.5 minutes, and he did not get off the floor. Probably like 20 minutes after that, his face was gone.
So 60 we were just kilos as a percentage of 160.
Oh,
it just shows that anything over 5 reps is definitely cardio for a typical weightlifter.
It was so fun. We were all quite proud, but it's definitely right in that the stronger you get, and especially the more specialised you get, those little things like we tend to say core strength, like the ab work. Do you tend to find the stronger the guy, usually the weaker the abs, in terms of at least from a guy who's only done deadlifts, only done powerlifting?
Typically, yes. I mean, it depends how their body moves and how they overcompensate. But yeah.
Which is ironic. Everyone expects the opposite, don't they?
Yeah.
Because you'll get like an 8-year-old girl and she can hold the plank for like 3 minutes, and then some massive bloke struggle. So another example. Hopefully Lewis is listening to this, because we always tell this story.
Hey, Lewis.
We were at the GB camp, and they wanted to do a core test. So it was like kind of round the clock plank style, and you would hang in the glute ham raise with your hips off the edge, face up, hold that as long as you can.
Yep.
Face down, sideways.
Yep.
He could only hold under 20 seconds. I think he failed on about 15 seconds facing upwards.
Really?
And there were some small girls there, and they did about 2.5 minutes.
Hollow body, yeah.
But he could, once again, clean and jerk those kind of weights. So we always crack up about that, how pathetic his core is. So he comes back and he'll say, I did abs today. Oh. And I'm like, well done.
Good man.
Well done.
Abs or midsection?
He probably just did curls.
Don't just, yeah.
So his background, he started because he wanted to be, sorry if this is embarrassing, Lewis, but he wanted to be really jacked when he was about 15 or something.
Yep.
So he just started bodybuilding.
Don't we all?
Don't we all, exactly. And then he obviously phased into powerlifting.
Okay.
And then eventually got into weightlifting from that.
Yep.
What was your journey?
Oh gosh. So I started gymnastics until I was about 6 or 7. Then got thrown into the pool in the deep end, and did swimming at a fairly high standard until university. And then decided I wanted a life, and I was sick to death of staring at the bottom of a pool and counting tiles and sneaking a coin. So yeah, gave up that when I went to uni. Did biceps for about 3 years. It's basically just uneducated weight training.
They're still there, James. They're still there.
I mean, they're there. trying to keep on top of them. Yeah, uneducated weight training at uni for a couple of years. Then took up mixed martial arts. You did well at mixed martial arts, did you not? Yeah, I had a 9-month stint at it. Within that 9 months, had 2 fights, won them. Then job location changed, which meant I could no longer do the evening training sessions. And leading into a fight, you've basically got to be training all the time. You've got to hit every technique session, and I couldn't get back into the middle of Bristol because the traffic was so horrendous. So I had to knock that on the head, much to the excitement of the wife. Yeah. Because I was no longer coming home with black eyes and stuff. So yeah, moved on from that. What did I do after that? Went from that to various endurance events. Won a competition called the Dragon Challenge, which is basically curling and pressing a 16-kilogram dumbbell, alternating arms for as long as you can. Yeah, it's as boring as it sounds, to be honest. Did that, won a competition on that, picked up sponsorship as a result of that. Is this Grenade? This is with Grenade. Awesome. Then moved into... So essentially your biceps got you the Grenade sponsorship? Biceps and shoulders, because the shoulder press as well. It was almost 1,000 reps that I managed to hit on stage.
It's insane.
It's just very grippy. Cause you can't put the number down.
What about the person who came second? Like, were you far ahead?
I was only a few reps ahead of him.
Or did you in your? Oh, so is that close?
Yeah, it was an odd competition.
Days.
No, because I'd been at it for 5 months non-stop. Yeah, try to make the story as short as possible.
Yeah.
Saw an advert for the competition in December. Thought, it's January the 1st. I'm not going to start till then.
Yeah.
Brand new year, all that rubbish, all that goodness. Started training, and 1st of January competition was middle of May.
Nice.
So I basically did curl and press one day, leg press and squats the next.
Did you ever 1RM them? I know it's not that relevant.
I was playing around with 30 kilos, so I didn't just stick to 16. It was 16, 20 and 30 kilos.
Yeah.
Varying on that. Eventually over time built up the endurance and the strength for it.
Yeah.
I hit 1,300 reps in training, but it took me over an hour to do that naturally. And the competition day we only had an hour.
Yeah.
Because it was on a fitness expo, hour slots on stage, so we were getting shooed off. They weren't expecting anyone to be still standing after an hour, so when there was two of us left, they were like, right guys, you've got a 2-minute sprint to go. And I just literally, luckily just pipped the guy on this sprint. So I did that, got picked up by Grenade, which has been absolutely awesome, 5 years. 6
and they've
years,
grown with you as well,
6 years now.
Haven't they?
Yeah.
They were quieter back then.
That was their first expo. So the expo was at Body Power in 2000.
And that must have been one of the first proper Body Powers as well.
It'd only been going for a couple of years by then.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so the following January I joined them. And I've gone from strength to strength, done a few strongman competitions that have been based more around body weight, because that's more my strength. I'm not massive enough to be lifting the kind of weights that strongmen do.
You have to be 150 kilos and taking all sorts of supplements.
Yeah.
And also
supplements.
They're
special
supplements. And frankly, their injury rates for those big guys.
Yeah, it's just the stresses and the loads they place upon themselves.
Yeah. Breaking your fingers.
And still carried on with the farmer's carrot. Yeah. He's a hero.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Then from the whole body weighted strongman competitions, a owner of a box saw a YouTube video I'd put up of me messing around in the park and said, your gymnastics abilities look good, how about you try and come CrossFit? Tried to come and try CrossFit, and I haven't looked back since then. I love the varied nature of it.
I know, I was going to say, like, your whole life just sounds like you were building into CrossFit.
It's an odd route that I've taken to get there. So with CrossFit, you typically tend to find people get shoulder injuries through either.
But that's because they have no base.
It's either through no base of any training prior to it, or they get a little bit excited and do some heavy streamer lifting.
You know, can I just say, here's a little story. I've never told anyone this story, but I've kept it to myself because I just thought it was kind of disgusting.
Share it to the world now.
A physio came. I was about to coach, and he said, "Oh, are you weightlifting coach?" Blah blah blah. And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I had a client the other day. He said he just started weightlifting, and he saw I think a guy called Klokov on the internet. He did like we press behind your neck in the snatch grip, and I was like, yeah, the snatch SOTS press.
Yeah.
He said that the guy saw it and then put like 40 kilos on the bar. He'd never done the exercise before. Pressed it, and the physio thinks he tore his labrum from doing that.
For anyone listening who's a little bit excited and thinking they can handle 40 kilos out fresh, don't. Have a little play with a PVC pipe.
See if you can get into the position first.
Check out the position, check it out with a PVC pipe or a broom handle, and then video your mobility and see what happens when you actually press.
Yeah.
And then jump up to 100 like Kokov.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm pretty sure Kokov does it. He cracks it out with 100, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's nuts.
With his amazing lower traps and rhomboids and stabilisers in there.
But again, you've got to look at his background in his training, all those special supplements.
Well, apparently he ripped his shoulder on a jerk.
Right.
Because the word on the street is his father jerked about 280 off the block, off the rack.
With one hand?
Which is insane. Yeah, exactly, one hand. And the Klokov was trying like 260 or 250, and it was going behind him. And he ripped his shoulder. Yeah, and so I mean, the exercise like socks press I've used to no end because of my shoulders, but I thought it was ironic that someone has used it and ruined their shoulder, because it's meant to be a gentle exercise that's working on the stability, not maximum.
That's when you haven't been coached as to why you're doing it, and you're not getting coached through it.
Hey, I just signed up to Pure Gym. Go in there by yourself, unsupervised. Get it done.
Yes. Is the way, I'm going to say forward, it's the way to many injuries.
A lot of people are training by themselves, aren't they? And seeing YouTube and following that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. But you've got to have a little bit of knowledge, and I think contact time is really important.
Yes, definitely.
Just getting that, even if that coach is looking at one thing. Well, you do distance coaching as well, don't you?
Yes.
And I do with weightlifting. Just having those videos sent to me before anything goes wrong.
Oh yeah.
Picking things up early is really important.
Or, as one client's done, we both know him, watching his Facebook live videos.
Oh yes.
And then checking on it as it was happening. So yeah, that was
Facebook
good
Live's
notification.
quite good for that.
Facebook Live's brilliant.
It's quite amazing we can do it nowadays. Yeah. All I know is it drains your phone battery.
It does, yeah. I've got about an hour on mine, that's it.
Yeah. And mine's like a radiator by the end.
Yeah, it's hot.
So, with the kind of flow into CrossFit,
yes.
Did you feel, what I'm quite amazed, the problem with me, for example, is I've never touched, my background's not with the endurance side of things.
Yeah.
But yours was so varied with regards to strength, endurance. Do you feel that can kind of set you up for it? Did it feel natural when you started, or was it a complete?
Well, there's certain things like snatching, clean and jerk, and.
Did you ever try those before CrossFit?
No.
So you've done quite well. And in terms of, I find people that become almost, maybe this is it. If you had done swimming, say carried on, done that for another 15 years and never touched the barbell, the varied exercise you did, the specialisation maybe have been an issue. And I think maybe, do you feel the amount of skills you've done, that's what allows you to pick up all the snatch, clean and jerk a bit more naturally? Say you're with that.
Yeah, so.
Or are you, because most people, I would say, if they come from a sport and they've done that for, like, say, I've done in athletics for my whole life, they struggle with switching to another sport. There's someone who comes and say, I've dabbled in this, you've done MMA, you've done that. Yeah. Do you feel that's helped? Because that's just my observation.
Yes, definitely. And again, with the sports that I've done, gymnastics teaches me a lot about proprioception. Swimming has given me the shoulder stability.
That's something I'm jealous of.
And the aerobic capacity. Taking that into the weightlifting environment, suddenly being aware of where you are in relation to the bar. I definitely feel the gymnastics elements help from that. And again, the swimming background has helped to no end with the aerobic.
How good were you at gymnastics? You said you only did.
I came 6th in Avon. That's my highlight.
That's still pretty good. So
6th in Avon when I was 6, I think.
So
it was quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
32 now. So time's ticking on.
You are a freak athlete at the end of the day. That's basically it.
I'm going to say thank you to that.
We always love. I know. I love it when I call new people freak athletes, because it's not a usual term for normal people. So they tend to feel like, am I freak? Is that a good thing, bad thing? You're like, yes, it's a very good thing. But we always laugh because people always talk about, say, Jack Oliver and Zoe Smith being gymnasts, going into weightlifting, and they all did it for such a short time. Like Jack was just trying to learn a backflip in an adult free session, so he didn't, and Zoe, no offense Zoe, but from what I hear, the coach thought you're super strong, but not going to be the best gymnast, so she recommended go over, try weightlifting, give it a crack, and then she's the best lifter we have. So it is amazing that if you do get someone that does do gymnastics seriously, how adaptable they can be. But then by the same token, I think it's just fantastic hearing the amount of skills you have and the amount of sports you've tried, which must help your coaching and how you coach now.
Yeah, I went to art school, playing for Bristol Youth Squad. So with that, and also being in the environment I am now, an awful lot of sort of rugby players coming in, buggered shoulders, dodgy knees, very, very lopsided through tackles and everything else that they subject themselves to. I've done that. And the reason why I stopped then for Bristol is because I was a late developer, and at 16 everyone suddenly shot up and I just got squashed in every single game.
Yeah. Oh, 12 years old, I was too small. Everyone else was shot up over the summer.
Yeah, so having been playing and sort of around many sports, it's not too difficult to get my mindset where they are. And I've done what they've done. Not with everybody, and not to half their level, because many people are much better than me. But I've had an experience in that field, so I know what to look out for. I know what is likely to go wrong. I know how things are going to feel for them when they do certain things. So sometimes I get surprised and someone picks something up really well. Sometimes it's an equal surprise when they don't do it, and I would have thought, well, you've got this background, therefore you should be finding something like this easy. But yeah, no, having that range of experience definitely helps the coaching ability.
A lot of guys from rugby, from MMA, even from swimming and stuff, are using CrossFit as a good S&C program. Do you find that?
It's just the word CrossFit. I don't want to piss people off with that, but it's a blend of gymnastics, conditioning on multiple different tools and stations. You gotta have some good mobility for it. Body weight stuff, the gymnastic strength side of things, a decent strength background. A lot of the top guys in CrossFit actually do come from a bodybuilding background, or some sort of track and field or semi-professional.
I was just thinking about Matt Fraser.
Yeah, he's an absolute beast, and even Rich Froning as well. Very, very good at his age. With his previous sports, unfortunate to pick up an injury, had to find a different direction in life. Found CrossFit, and with his mentality that he's got and his background training he's had prior to that.
His mentality is quite famous, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the latest CrossFit video?
On Netflix?
Yeah, I'm on Netflix.
No, I haven't watched it yet. So everyone keeps saying I need to watch it.
Yeah, do it. I can't remember who it is, but one of the guys said that basically CrossFit is like having a disease. It's like having a mental illness. Because the commitment, the dedication, the time you've got to put aside for it, if you want to be the top of the best of the best.
I mean, I always reference it as it's quite sadomasochist on the way that everyone loves to feel that beaten up feeling, that kind of fucking broken
down. That's the sign of a good workout, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like not being able to walk upstairs after a big leg session in the gym.
So would you, if for example, someone comes into you and they say, look, I've seen all the hype, I want to be Matt Fraser this year, maybe I've got 2 years. Maybe he's done a little bit of gym, maybe he played football when he was a kid. That's probably the most common thing in the UK. I played a lot of football, my hamstrings really tight. What's your advice if you said, to get him to the highest level he can get to?
I think that last thing is the key there, the highest level that they can get to. If someone comes up to me and says, I want to beat Fraser within 2 years, I'm going to tell them to wake up. Okay? You're not going to go to the games next year just because you've got the biggest deadlift in the gym, or because you can run a mile sub 4 whatever.
I mean, that's a good point, because a lot of people that come to me are usually looking for explosive stuff, but it's quite amazing how I kind of forget a lot of the time that the amount of people coming from an endurance background, they're more popular than power backgrounds, really.
Yeah, they are.
At least in the UK.
Yeah.
And that's a big issue I find, that people move very slowly if they come from that background because they've never done power.
They've done no explosive training.
And I mean, it annoys me because there's so much of a benefit for power training for endurance athletes as well, which is coming up now. But it's we're at base of Brunel, and we see what the endurance athletes are doing. We see what the sprinters are doing. It's like we're different tribes,
Yes.
And in terms of foundational strength, they should be sharing a lot of the elements for the anti-injury perspective.
Yeah, is that because it's all old school?
Yeah, 100%. These boys have got grey beards.
It's worked in the past.
Yeah.
Therefore, it will continue to work.
Yeah.
And if something's not broken, don't fix it. But if you just took yourself back a little bit and looked at the bigger picture, you'll see that it's not broken, but it could be improved.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just some little marginal gains. And I see a lot of people with a lot of the sprinters have their hamstring issues.
Yes.
You know, and that's what's fantastic. What all the elements of, you know, as much as we say that CrossFit has put to the forefront so many foundational exercises that normal gyms where you've got machines have just neglected completely. You know. Yeah. And so things like even like proper glute ham raises. A lot of sprinters use it, but not a lot of sprinters at Brunel use it. And a lot of them the whole season gets put out because of their hamstrings. Yeah. But then they also do partial squats. So partial squats, not much real hamstring strengthening. We're talking maybe hamstring curl machine. You know, there's a lot of things there.
The hip swinging forward as they do it. Yeah, no.
So I think
time and place.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly why when we met you and you know, to speak about your background and stuff is just really enticing to see. You know, for me, everything. I want people to be the best they can be. So
right, going back to Joe Bloggs, who wants to be Fraser in 2 years' time. Wake him up. Tell him that his worst enemy and also his biggest competition is in his brain. Yeah. It's himself. Once he realises that it's just him against him, if he puts the work in and he puts the right work in, and he does what his coach tells him to do, he will get and he will reach to his sort of capability and his capacity. If he does everything he can do, he should just be happy with that. Yeah. Let the results board and everything else play out how it plays out, because everyone else will be doing what they can do. Yeah. Focus on yourself. Don't focus on what other people are doing too much.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of the comparing. But I mean, that's part of it. Yeah, like I think it's a blessing and a curse for the start, isn't it? Because it gives you a reference point, but it also, a lot of the time they're just comparing themselves in a way that's not. I mean, it's not healthy. When we have it with weightlifting as well. Yeah. And I think the timeline thing that you've laid out there is the important thing, right? What do you actually think, time-wise, someone can say they come and they're fairly capable, slight freak athlete, but not obviously push themselves ever. How long do you think it would take to get to a point where they're kind of placing highly and or maybe even getting to the region?
Depends how much of a freak athlete you're talking about. I'd say that, I mean, there's a lot of guys this year and over the past sort of coming years that I've been watching who, within a matter of a couple of years, you know, they're at regionals. Yes, they're freak athletes, but then, you know, what's a freak athlete? You know, is that just someone, you don't wake up a freak athlete? No. It's, you know, it's the combination of years of training in whatever sports or, you know, fields of sports that you've done in the past. It's, you know, a lot of things that have built up to it. You don't just wake up amazing.
No, and I think the great thing about CrossFit is the amount of skills that have to be trained. You know, a few years ago you could get away with being, you know, freak at weightlifting and strength stuff, and just glide through some of the endurance.
The underlying stuff
seem like you can.
No, the underlying stuff of CrossFit is definitely your aerobic ability. Not just for getting through workouts, but also your ability to recover between workouts. Even on a day-to-day basis, if you're not able to recover between your sessions, you know, that's going to dampen your progress. Yeah. If you're talking about getting to a competition where you've got multiple events in a day, if you can't recover effectively between these events, then your overall performance will suffer.
That was absolutely amazing. When we've been to a few CrossFit competitions to say hello with Regis and Barbells. You know, and I was amazed by how much stop-start, you know, wait a couple of hours for the next event was, in terms of psyching yourself up, having the adrenaline going, sweating yourself to death, and then having to put it back on again. I mean, they're long days, so God knows what the games feels like. Yeah, I mean,
you can only imagine. There's only a few people that have actually, you know, experienced it. You've got to be good all around at everything. How you progress in that, I would suggest getting a coach to look at you, because if you program for yourself, you'll only ever program the stuff you enjoy doing.
So who does your program?
I've got a guy in America called Mike Lee. Been with him for probably touching 3 years now. And yeah, going from strength to strength, everything's on point. Yeah, I think the longer we've been together, the more we're learning.
Yeah.
I've seen it far too often. Someone picks up a coach, has them for 4, 5, 6 months. Things don't quite go how they want them to go, or how they've obviously psyched themselves up. I'm going to the games next year. Oh crap, I didn't make it. It must be my coach's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's you've been on a journey for however long you've been together. You've learned about each other. You've learned how you respond to things. You adapt from that, and you then grow and you build. Even if you do things really well, you will always change something the next time because you'll know that something didn't go quite as well. You can always improve on something.
Yeah, no, I think it's always important to know that what worked for you at the beginning might not work for you later, and that's the whole point of the job of the coach, to see.
Yeah, I mean,
see those corners.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it in my own training. The stuff that I'm given is changed massively. Even what I'm given so what I'm doing at the moment is totally different from what I did last year because of the progress I've made in the past year.
Yeah, and I think to see, to follow your training and stuff. I think it's great to watch, and it is visible to see progress. But I think it's a big shame to be so close in regards to regionals. But the small margins. But I mean, I hope your next year is clear of injuries.
Clear of injuries. I mean, this year it was two events in particular. I don't usually have an issue going into that horrible pain cave, but I should have dug deeper on one workout with the lunges, and I missed one snatch on the snatch workout. If I'd got
that was a killer.
If I'd got that rep, then I would have been to the next round, and no doubt would have continued up until definitely the last bar.
I mean, it becomes more and more like those kind of workouts where time dependent on the snatches and stuff. When we saw it, it was. Even from the more casual CrossFitter.
Yeah.
I mean, people were, when they missed them and they were losing it. And the funny thing with weightlifting is that, it's such a fine line. So to see people get so hyped, so I've got to get the time, and miss it, and then add on an inordinate amount of seconds there that completely ruins their result. I felt sick.
It was a good workout. It was almost good they made it snatches or cleans. Because you can muscle up a clean.
Exactly.
You can get a clean up that looks disgusting. I mean, I wouldn't advocate it, but you can do a clean that looks disgusting. You can't really do a snatch that looks disgusting because you can't fight it as well as you can fight a clean.
Exactly. I thought it was great. I think my friend he's in Singapore. Yeah. He managed to get through the regions out there.
Nice.
But there's a video where I think he might have pre-done the workout, but on that snatch one, his teammate said, touch and go, and he completely missed it, lost his time. You've got to get it set up. So I think it's fantastic. It's really the psychology of an athlete, where it makes them have to have a bit of humility for those few seconds to get set. It's great, and that's what I love about sport. And that's the same with weightlifting. You get to see the inner person.
Oh yeah, psychology in all sports, and sports across the board is so
Fighting
different.
is a perfect example as well, right?
Yeah, that.
Did you play the game? Did you do any psychological battles with people?
No.
Smile in his face.
It's more of like a dead stare.
You're a dead stare.
It's dead stare, which is sort of masking the fact I was absolutely wrecking myself. Don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit. If he's going to hit me, give him a cuddle and take him to the floor, which is what I did. And it worked.
So you're better on the floor?
Yeah, much better grappling and jiu-jitsu. Not a natural striker.
Well, one of our teammates, he's like a world kung fu champion. He's won a lot. He's very good. I think he got sick of being hit in the face.
It's not a nice feeling.
Yeah.
It's not a nice feeling.
Would you prefer worst CrossFit workout ever or a fight?
Depends who my opponent is.
Ooh.
Only because with a CrossFit workout, And again, it comes down to a mentality thing. You could just coast through it.
Yeah.
Or you can voluntarily dig yourself a massive
If it's a life and death, you have to push to the max on one of them. Which one?
CrossFit workout.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing that people fight like that.
Because you've got no idea what your opponent's like.
Yeah.
With the workout, it's there.
Yeah.
Black and white on a whiteboard or pen and paper. You know loosely what's coming at you.
We've always said this with parkour when people always go, "Oh my god, it's so dangerous." Like, well, it's a static thing, right? The walls are there for you.
Yes.
It's not it's not a skateboard. It's not another opponent. It's not a moving field of players. Like, it's a set environment.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting that, you know, people think it's insane. Obviously, some of the stuff people do, you know, it's quite amazing to see people progress. But, like, you know, for us, it was always about the same way you do with weightlifting. You chip away and you edge up. So, you know, I do admire you guys for the fighting, definitely. And I think, it takes a special breed.
Yeah.
Of nut jobs.
Not jobs. I don't think I could be classed as that special breed because I now no longer do it.
No, exactly. But even to dabble in it, I wouldn't dabble in it. Getting punched in the face. Well, it's quite interesting with the US American football players and their brain damage. And quite a few of them moving into CrossFit, obviously.
Yeah.
So I think some of those are freaks as well, absolute freak athletes too.
Yes. Well, again, it's just, you know, they've been throwing barbells around. They've done a big
strength conditioning from like 12 years old.
From a young age.
Yeah.
It's built into...
We don't touch the barbell until we're like 20.
Yeah.
It's outrageous.
And that's through voluntarily going.
Yeah.
Whereas in America, it's like, you know, your PE today is we're doing powerlifting or, you know, we're picking up a barbell.
Have you looked at running any kind of youth development or even CrossFit Kids and stuff here?
So we do CrossFit Kids. Coaches right over there. So no, we do CrossFit Kids here, varying age. So cover all age
and is there
bases.
any call for like a youth kind of rugby strength conditioning?
I did have a client end of last summer. Last summer, who's Bristol under 14 rugby. So I was doing extra work with him on top of what they were doing. And I'll give it to them. They've got a fairly good strength and conditioning program set up for the youngsters.
So are they, in terms of what league they're in?
Oh gosh, no. It was under 14 last year.
I mean, if they're doing strength and conditioning, they've got to be pretty big time.
You say strength and conditioning, it came under strength and conditioning. It's just basically work to get you stronger. It's not on the field.
Yeah.
There's a lot of accessory work,
a
lot of shoulder work, a lot of single leg work.
That's good. I mean, I just think it's amazing how football is so behind with regards to like taking care of their athletes and making sure that they're building into that age where they actually get picked properly. So I think there's probably there's going to be some guys that would be fantastic players but physically undeveloped at that time, and they put the score. Which is a big shame, you know. And I just think we do an injustice to all the kids. Like you were saying, you're a late developer, right? So you're a late developer or at least.
Oh yeah.
That,
So when I was doing through all my training years, I mean, I didn't touch a single supplement until I was 22. So going through the whole of university without any protein powder, you know, doing all of my swimming days without any shakes after a workout. Instead, it was a bowl full of pasta that literally didn't fit on one bowl. It was like 2 bowls of pasta. Things have changed over time.
Well, we went out to the High Performance Centre in Barcelona. Awesome. And essentially that place was set up after the 92 Olympics, the Barcelona Olympics, to provide a full-time facility for multiple sports. Right? So when we went there, we were like, this is amazing, we're blown away, why are we not doing this here? So you have the main building, it's got the catering, so they'll provide you with 3 meals a day, and everything, like obviously got the hot meals and then the classic continental breakfast stuff, but everything's there. you've got that 3 times a day, and then they've got essentially a medical centre where you've got 10 or 11 physio beds and about 5 or 6 physios giving massage, treating each athlete, multiple sports, all in there all the time. Then you've got sauna, steam room, lunge pool, you've got some other treatment rooms, physio rooms, actual doctors there. And then in terms of facilities, you've got all the swimming, obviously the weightlifting, football. There's 2 swimming pools actually for training and a diving pool.
Wow.
Massive track. God knows what other sports there are. I think there's kind of fighting of some kind, boxing, things like that. And next to a weightlifting gym, you've got a high performance suite, strength conditioning suite. And my God, that thing is so ahead of its time, so massive. I mean, the whole thing is the size of this room here, but I mean, it's just an assistance room for these athletes. And there's S&C coaches in there working with them. And I was like, my God, people actually care about these younger athletes. And it's a youth development centre, so all these guys are under 18. And they're living there full time and studying as well. There's a library, computer room. You've got these kids studying in the library. I was absolutely mind blown with regards to how young these guys were and how far ahead their training is. They were training like our senior level athletes. Yeah. Way 16, 17.
It's good.
Yeah.
You need that everywhere.
There about Barcelona, but I was blown away. And in terms of the sports that don't have the funding, to put them all in one centre is the only financial way you can support it. Obviously it's still state funded, but we don't have a weightlifting high performance centre. We squeeze into Loughborough. And unless you're like rugby or football, you just don't have that ability. So I don't know. I don't think we'll ever do that because the money's,
unfortunately,
everything's becoming privatised.
So if you've got the money, there's a gap in the market.
I know. Please do. And that's the funny thing. Well, the parents we took out there were like, why are we not funding some sort of high performance centre that can do that for these kids? And they get their full scholarship. Their accommodations paid for, food, gym. There's a full coach. I was crying about how cool this is. But then Spain are continually producing medals at the Euro as well and the Olympics. So I don't know, it's something that's going to give. But that's why I think CrossFit works within our society, because it's privately funded. Everyone can do it, and everyone that's been let down during their younger years in elite sport can suddenly compete again. And I think it's something that will only kind of attract more and more, if you want to call them failed athletes, or athletes that have lost their opportunity. Which is the big thing, I think. So I don't know, it's just amazing to see someone like yourself with what you do, training so well. Do you think if you would have started earlier?
If I'd started earlier, then I would be in a better position than I am now, because again, you've got 3, 4, 5 more years of experience and training under your belt. If I'd started squatting years before...
Did you not squat at all before?
Not until I was doing fighting. So that would be 23.
Yeah, it's pretty late. I started at 18.
But as a swimmer, your legs are for balance. If you squat and put too much load on them, it's completely counterproductive.
Well, there's a quick question.
If you're swimming.
We had a swimmer join our weightlifting coach. Hi Kim, if she's listening. She's had about a solid year of rehab now. Hasn't been able to do anything, like very, very like upsetting amount of rehab with no kind of joy in training. She find from herself, she's a taller athlete lifter.
Swimmers need to be
so she tends to find that but she describes it feeling a bit like jelly on land, like you're just so many hours in the pool, that she actually found it as a negative towards it. Do you
That's it. It's just the whole specificity of sport. You do pull yourself away from, I don't want to say other sports, but just day-to-day life.
You definitely do when you're in the pool for 2 hours each morning.
Oh God, and evening. Just when I was leaving, we started to introduce land training, and that was resistance bands, and then just various isometric holds, and a little bit of stretching. Whereas now, you are doing a bit more power work.
They had a pull-up bar in Barcelona by the pool.
Yeah.
You'd never see that in the UK, I don't think.
No. Unless I design one, that'd be amazing.
And another, here's a myth buster. No one if you're a sprinter, right?
On land or in the pool?
Well, I will start on land. In land, you don't do 1500s. It just doesn't happen.
No.
You do interval training.
Yes.
Swimmers, if they're the sprinters, it's just 50 meters, right? Or it's 100.
50 meter sprint, 1500 meters of the sprint distances.
For swimming, though.
Yes.
Yeah. How many
Some would
laps
even argue 200 meters. Typically it's a 50 meter pool.
Yeah.
So it's either one for 50 meters or two lengths for 100.
So either of those, you only have to do a few lengths to replicate. At most, you could do a few more lengths to get the stress. Why do swimming teams in the morning, like for example, I see them swimming for 2 hours non-stop.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
My warm-up used to be 1,000 meters plus. But within that,
you do paces,
so you've
right?
got 400 meters of just general stroke warm-up. You've then got either 50 or 100 meters of various stroke drills. So you either got high elbows, you're touching your hand at various points in your body to simulate sort of efficiency and try and get yourself as tight as possible and being streamlined through the pool. You then got arms only drills, you've got legs only drills. You've also got 4 strokes, don't forget.
Depending on what you do, right?
Depending on what you specialise in, but there are 4 strokes to play around with.
Do you feel at work, would you do the same style of training if you were doing it again? If you were training a swimming team?
Sorry, repeat the question?
So, that kind of style of training, would you do it any differently than the traditional method of swim training?
Traditional swimming training now, or how I was doing swimming training? Yeah, would you swim for 2
hours non-stop? Is that how you would?
So part of I do a recovery session on the Sundays at the moment, and that is an hour swim.
Oh, so you do it. But I mean, if you were actually competing in swimming, I mean, for example, you were training.
If I was competing in swimming, I would not be doing near as much CrossFit. I would be in the pool. If you're going to specialise in a sport where there's only one thing you're going to get tested in, you focus on that. The clever man focuses on that one thing. They specialise. Swimming is a speciality sport. CrossFit, it encompasses so many different things. If you specialise in one thing, you're always going to suffer in another. So the fastest swimmer in the world has got a shit deadlift, or a rubbish squat, for example.
Yeah.
Oh
no, I know. All I'm trying to get at is we're just referring to like the old school methods.
Yeah.
Because I noticed I was a lifeguard for many years, you see, so I used to watch squads swim endlessly. So they would do very little sprint work.
Yeah.
Even though some of them were only sprinters, they would swim with everyone else.
Yeah.
And it just didn't seem logical to me.
No. So club training, it's one program for everybody.
But that's naturally an issue.
And that's it. Whereas if you then start doing really well at nationals, or you start swimming for your city and stuff like that, then it's then wise to get a coach and to do your own training sessions geared up to whatever event you're going to do. So I get your question. So going back to it, if I was to do things again, I would do a lot of the old school stuff because yes, it does work. I would also chuck in a lot more land training.
Yeah, that's
way earlier on. Yeah. Way earlier on than what we did. I mean, that's absolutely no fault at all to the coaches I had at the time because things were still developing then.
Yeah.
And you look at swimming stuff now. I mean, swimmers, the top swimmers are in the gym.
Yeah.
Whereas swimming is in a pool, and therefore you should only be in a pool.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit like weightlifting, right? I mean, you want to be a weightlifter, you should just lift weights. But I mean, if your body's not working correctly,
yes, there's a lot of accessory work you've got to chuck in outside of the typical movements that you see. Yeah,
because I think, I mean, it's just going back to the same thing about varied building that base rather than specialising so early on for the kids. At least.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems such a negative. I hope in 10 years' time, especially when your kids are growing up, there's a lot more focus on getting them in the gym.
I say the focus on my side it starts with the parent. So both of my kids have been here.
Awesome.
Either myself or my wife is doing a workout. Whenever I'm doing handstand walks, Max always thinks it's hilarious. A little 2-year-old boy, he thinks it's hilarious to run after me and pull on my t-shirt. So I'm kind of effectively doing a handstand sled drag. Well, the sled's a kid.
He's essentially your trainer.
4-year-old daughter's hanging off rings. She was doing med ball stone to shoulder or med ball floor to shoulder work the other day. Trying her best at handstand walks. A bit of assistance from me. I ended up doing a cartwheel, a wheelbarrow walk. But get kids active from the get-go. Let them explore where they want to explore, see what they're good at. And then once you either see potential or they found something they enjoy, then encourage them into it.
Yeah, I think it's really sad. We had a lifter. He said he'd never tried a handstand in his life before. I said not as a kid, and he was like, no.
I've got a friend who didn't ride a bike until he was 25. It's
ruining his dreams right there. It's a big sad thing. I'm getting pretty excited to come train with you in Cyprus.
Yes.
Just listening from the amount of skills you've got. I'm sure you're aware that lifeguards have a basic amount of swimming technique.
Yeah, I used to be a lifeguard.
The ability to pass is quite. I mean, it's like they make it seem as though the lifeguard course is incredibly hard, but they pass people that couldn't save a large fellow, essentially.
Yes. It's because the ball that you're dragging through the water.
I was a terrible. I know exactly. Well, I was the worst partner ever because my legs were so heavy. I was just drowning essentially everyone else. So when they dragged me, had to drag me across as the dead body who passed out. Probably should say. No one wanted me. So the examiner was given like the lightest person, which is you should have like some 20 stoner.
Yeah.
Drop him in the pool. Can that girl get that guy out of the pool? If she can't, you're gonna have to get jacked.
Train hard, fight easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
I thought it was mad. I had some cracking lifeguards. I had a girl once who she was swinging the walkie-talkie around and dropped it in the pool. And I looked at her, and they were expensive walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Those, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "I ain't gonna get my hair wet." So I just had to like dive my head in and get this thing out. I was like, "This is perfect lifeguards." Awesome. Anyway, ranting away. So we're gonna do some open water stuff in Cyprus.
Yeah, I mean you're more familiar with the area than I am.
Yes.
Yeah, the plan is definitely to get in the sea, even if it's just for a stupid little water polo game. But the plan is definitely to get in the water. If people don't like swimming, don't worry, you can sit on the beach.
I don't want anyone drowning. You see.
Catch some rays.
But if you've been a lifeguard,
I've been a lifeguard. You've been a lifeguard. I'm pretty sure. Well, there won't be lifeguards there, but no one's going to drown. Fear not.
there was a pool boy out in Cyprus, and I don't want to say pool boy. I mean just a boy, way out, and I thought that's really far. No way would I ever swim to that. And then one of our girls, she said, my nan used to live in Cyprus, and she used to swim to that every morning.
Yeah. I've got to now.
So I thought,
if your nan can do it,
her nan can do it, I've got to do it. Started swimming, and I thought it's one of those swims where you just like, we're not going anywhere here.
Yeah.
You just crack away. And I was swimming with someone that I thought they would drown me if they were going under.
Yeah.
So I don't want anyone to go down. And we got there, and I was like, no probs, easy peasy. And then he thought, oh Christ, got to come back in.
Yeah.
And I'm swimming back, and the waves kind of did that thing where they drag you back out every time you swim. And I thought, we're never going to make it back in. That's it. I'm quite dramatic, as you can probably tell. So I thought, go on your back and just stare up at the sky, and just kick away, and don't judge where you are. It basically ended up swimming off to the side, yeah. But don't judge where you are until like 20 minutes. Just keep kicking and don't look. So I made sure I wasn't swimming completely out.
I was going to say, you better check the direction first.
And I was like, oh my god, I've made progress. And then I thought, I'll keep going. And I was like, right, I'm going to just see if I can touch the floor. Put my foot down, and it was knee deep.
Amazing.
So I could have touched it ages ago, but the point is I survived. And her nan must be a freak athlete swimmer, because I'm not doing that one again. Maybe with you.
Well, maybe you say that. You haven't seen what I've got.
It's a windy beach, that one was.
So we'll time the tides right. And
as long as I can bring my armbands.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be bringing mine. Don't you worry.
So the gym. I'm sure you've seen pictures.
Yeah.
We've been there a few years now. It's the best gym going. You got the sun on you if you want it. Classic British person grabs the bar, says, "Yeah, I'm going to lift in the sun." You as a coach says, "Okay, you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah, can't wait." 2 minutes into the workout,
heat exhaustion.
They come back in the shade, sit out for a few minutes. So, yeah, I mean, if you want that tan, but to be fair, Alex, our other director, he's a native, if you want to call him that. So he thought, I don't need sun cream. He was only there for 2 days. The worst burn I've ever seen in my life. Best burn. And he had to wear a towel over the barbell so that because the skin was so sore. So that's my warning. So anyone coming out there, the sun's there for the week.
Stock up on sun cream.
Sun's there for the week, exactly. And people say, "What? You're jacked, but you're not tanned." And I say, "Well, I was training.
British.
And I'm British. I tried, all right.
Yeah.
It was all right when I was out there." But yeah, the gym's got everything you want, everything you need. What kind of workouts will we be? What kind of skills? We're kind of looking at it from a workshop perspective as well, aren't we? In a way, so people get skills to take away.
Yes, it's going to be not just like a training camp, but it will be very much a workshop aspect to it. So people, no matter what skill base you're at, you're going to take something away from it. Whether it's being more efficient at a movement you're already good at, or picking up something brand new that you've not quite been able to do, or somewhere in the middle where you've learnt a new progression and you've just found yourself a little bit stronger to move yourself forward.
So everyone's welcome.
Everyone and anyone. There's been one comment on I don't do CrossFit, so this training holiday's not for me. Remove the word CrossFit from this holiday. Just think of it as a workout holiday where you're covering loads of different aspects of multiple different sports. Swimming, possibly running. We'll cover why we may or may not be doing that at the time. But yeah, swimming, running, rowing. There's assault bikes there, I believe. Yeah, so pacing on the assault bike, breathing that goes with that. There's going to be weightlifting, there's going to be Olympic weightlifting, there's gymnastics, there's weighted gymnastics movements. Mobility, going to cover nutrition. I wasn't going to tell you guys, but I'll tell you guys now. There's a big competition.
Oh yeah.
Happening next year in January, and they release the qualifier workouts whilst we're out.
Oh.
So we will be doing one of the qualifier workouts, but leading into that.
Optional,
but you'll be doing it. But no, I'll cover specific warm-ups for that workout. Any specific scales that people need if they're obviously not quite up to scratch with what the workout details entail from you. Also nutrition and recovery around competitions and just lifestyle in general.
There's a lot to learn.
Loads to learn, loads to take away. Expect not only your muscles to be hurting but your brain, but it won't be all the time because a couple hours in the morning, hour or so in the evening, the rest of the day guys, we're on the beach, we're having fun, we're eating, we're exploring. Fun activities planned.
Well, we've got some paddle boarding planned. We do our day trip as well. Usually end up around Ayia Napa for 5 days straight, taking drugs, drinking. I joke. We actually go to Ayia Napa because Nissi Beach, the best beach in Cyprus, is there. Yeah. The best bakery I've ever been to in my life as well there, because bakeries in Cyprus are kind of like they're not Greggs, Yeah. They're a bit more wholesome. They've got real food there, and you can get salad, which is a weird thing in a bakery, right? Yes. And they're usually open 24 hours as well.
That's a win for those midnight feasts because you've been training so hard.
Exactly. Tahini pie. Have you ever had an olive pie?
No.
You would think there wouldn't be seeds in the olives in the pie because that would be a dangerous.
Well, thanks for warning me. I now know that there's a danger of choking.
You eat it, you find that olive, kind of devour the bits around it, and then spit it out in the street because then you look really Cypriot. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Awesome.
But also, I love olives, so to have the seeds there in a pie was a big upset. But it's all part of the experience. there is also a place we go to. It's called Kiki's. I think Aristos and Kiki's or something. The best. Sorry if you're vegan, but Cypriot style kebab with shiftalia and things like that. The best. I mean, if you get the large version, you won't be able to walk for the whole day because you'll have to digest for the rest of it.
That sounds like a challenge.
So I feel like it's built for you. It's built for you, definitely. And that is right by Guava, which is a beach bar, really cool. Music there the whole day, hammocks, beds on the beach, all that stuff. So the lifestyle is there for the week. The food mixed with the training is the best holiday going.
Food, training, the lifestyle, the activities, the fun.
Sunstroke.
I wasn't going to say that.
I actually used to have a thing. Everyone always, if I felt a bit dizzy, I'd always go, I think I've got sunstroke. No one would be like, that you haven't got sunstroke. It was kind of a half joke because we did get sunstroke once. We went out at Blue Lagoon, which is an optional thing if people want to go. But we go to Polis, which is a nature reserve out in the northwest side of Cyprus. It looks like Jurassic Park kind of thing. Yeah. You rent a boat, you take it out, and it's like crystal clear water. There's coral reefs, fishes swimming around. It's a great place. We might take you there.
Yeah.
But you spend like 4 hours in the blaring sun. You're in the water, so the sun cream's kind of dying out.
Yeah.
And we took one guy out, and he was bald, kind of, and he was sitting there, and I saw behind him, and I thought, his head looks like a tomato now.
Yeah.
And I said, "Are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit sunburned." He's like, "No, I'm fine." I said, "Well, you've got some serious sunburn on your head." And he said, "No, I'm fine." He started acting a bit weird, like kind of forgetting things, saying strange things, and I was like, 100% here, sunstroke. And he said, "No, I am absolutely fine." We went home. We got home about 6 p.m. He went straight to bed. He didn't wake up till 10 a.m. the next day. Work out the number of hours sleeping that is.
Yeah.
I said, that is sunstroke right there.
Yeah.
He didn't get it once. No. I think once to get water. That was it. So my point is...
pour in his head, right?
Yeah, exactly. My point is, stay hydrated, because those off days, the rest day, we go to the beach.
Yeah.
You want to look big the next day.
Yeah, stay hydrated throughout the entire training as well. It's a hot environment, you're going to be sweating.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we train in the mornings as well.
Before everything gets too crazy.
Yeah, and so you can bronze out on the beach.
Yeah. All the good stuff. Really excited about this, guys.
Oh, definitely. And I think it'll be great to see how people develop through the week, because I mean, we never do it because we're not some sort of dodgy marketing scheme, but it's essentially gains guaranteed, because the intensity of the training and the way your brain's focused on what you're doing, you're always learning. Everyone always has massive improvements.
Yeah.
So whoever you are, you're gonna get some gains. Even if it's some fantastic photography as well, because we try and get those nice lighting, a bit of tan. Everyone loves a topless pic.
Good downward lighting. in the sun.
Especially with your background, those biceps, vascular.
With a bit of colour on you as well.
Exactly.
The tan always makes it look better.
Look, Instagram, you don't need to tan anymore. You can just get the right
shade. When you're doing live videos, filters don't work like that.
No, they don't. You have to get some lenses for the live videos.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Or a tin of paint.
Oh god, the fitness world, I love it.
It's mad.
Right, anything anyone needs to know before we go? Anything you'd like to say before we wrap up?
No, just be prepared for a really, really exciting week. Do not worry about your current ability, if that is a worry for anybody. If you've got any questions, email them in direct. But we will work around everyone's ability who turns up. But also, before we go, I will be getting in contact with everybody. I'll be working out where you're currently sitting with different skills.
Yeah, I think it's important everyone knows that you're not a number when you come on a Beaches and Barbells holiday. You are what makes the holiday. So we adapt it around you. We find out what your background is, and we try and make it as close suited to what you need and what you're going to get out.
Yeah, chucking out the generic program's easy. Making that generic program work for a group of people with different skill bases doesn't work. So yeah, we will be learning about you guys before we take off. So every session will then be tailored for the group. And again, it's a small group, guys. Small group, 2 coaches. We have an awful lot of one-to-one contact time.
Last thing I would say that I didn't mention as well, anyone wondering about like accommodation and stuff, we are directly opposite the gym essentially, and the hotel's on the beach, and that's why it's called Mediterranean Beach Hotel. Fair to say it's probably one of the best hotels in Limassol. It's a 4-star. I think it's got 2 outdoor pools, beautifully laid out just by the beach, indoor pool, sauna, treatment rooms. It's got a nice little commercial gym in there as well, if you're feeling like you want to do some midnight crunches or something.
If you feel like you need to do any extra work on this holiday, come see me and I'll make sure you're suitably tired in the classes.
We did get asked that on another holiday. They said, "Oh, what are you guys?" We said, "Oh, we're a weightlifting team." And then they said, "Well, we've got a gym downstairs."
Awesome.
Oh god. Oh god. There's not a single bit, not even a free weight dumbbell or anything. But the breakfast is fantastic as well. Breakfast is a really, proper 4-star continental, not continental, but more like American style buffet. So you can stock up on the gains, and rooms are fantastic too. So have no fear, you're not being trapped in a bunk bed with 8 other people, or a hostel or something.
Not hosteling this, no.
Saying, "Why aren't you training hard enough?" It is a holiday as well as the hardcore training. So home away from home, but maybe
definitely
better than your own home. I think it is, because it's actually decent weather.
Yes, decent weather.
Yeah. Hey, it's sunny in Bristol.
Gym and pool on your doorstep.
What more do I need? Set me there for life.
Definitely.
Well, thanks for listening, guys, and James, thank you for your time.
Well, thank you guys for your time as well, everyone who's tuned in, and I will see you in end of September, October.
Indeed, awesome. And how can they follow you if they want to follow you?
Across all social media platforms, Saint Ledger Fitness, STLEGER Fitness. I'm not going to spell that for you. Across Instagram, Twitter, or you can fairly easily find me on Facebook. Give me a follow. Hope you have some DM at all if you've got any specific questions. Keep an eye out for the content that we will post over the coming months.
Awesome. So you can secure your spot with a small deposit. Just go to beachesandbarbells.com. If you've got any questions or you want to look at any sort of custom variables, we take families out, or if you've got a partner that doesn't want to train, we can sort that out. If you want to take your dog out, I'm sure we can help you. Whatever you do, we're a human company, so we actually do listen to you. Get in touch. We're at contact@beachesandbarbells.com. Thanks for listening, guys. Goodbye.
See ya.